This is George from High Tech Legion. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Thermaltake Frio OCK CPU cooler. Some of you may be familiar with the Thermaltake Frio CPU cooler. This is in the same line, however it is a completely new design and quite a bit different. The Frio OCK, as the box says, is designed for the overclocker king. It is designed for extreme overclocking, extreme cooling. The Frio OCK features two 130mm fans, six 6mm heat pipes, and a 4-in-1 design. 4-in-1 design meaning one mounting bracket will fit AMD, LGA 775, 1155, 1156, and 1366. As you can see, the package is very bright. We've got the Frio OCK, nice clear shot of it. You can see it's got a very nice shroud going on the fans themselves and over the side of the unit. Thermaltake logo right up top. Frio OCK supports up to 240 watts of cooling. Moving to the rear of the box, you get a little bit more detailed features. Ultimate overclocking thermal structure design supports up to 240 watts. Dual tower heatsink with aluminum fins provide large surface for heat dissipation. Six 6mm U-shaped heat pipes. Tower side flow design efficiently optimizes cooling performance. Premium thermal grease maximizes heat transfer from the CPU to the cooler copper base for rapid dissipation. Integrated module for dual 130mm VROC fan and dazzling cover. What that means, obviously the dazzling cover is that nice shroud we talked about on the front cover. The integrated module, these are not PWM fans. They are going to be manually controlled, so you have a small module with a dial to control the speed, fan speed. Universal socket compatibility and accessory package. As we discussed, all of the current Intel and AMD sockets are supported. You've also got some nice smaller pictures of the unit itself as well as the entire accessory kit. This side of the Frio OCK box does have a nice specification chart. Gives you all of your Intel and AMD socket compatibility as well as all your dimension, weights, airflow, etc. Moving inside the box, the Frio OCK comes fully assembled. Very nice looking unit. It's a very large cooler. Two 130mm fans, one on each side. Very nice looking shroud. Holds both fans. It is a one-piece shroud. On the top, got the Thermaltake logo with nice blue see-through plastic as well as red accents. A little bit unusual here. The entire shroud comes off in one piece with the fans. As you can see, and your VRM unit right here, high and low fan, just a simple dial to control the fan speed. And the unit just snaps right into place. And then taking a look at the Frio OCK itself, it is two separate towers of cooling fins with 6 heat pipes coming up. On the side you've got side brackets. The sides are bent down and sealed. The shroud will go over here. That's going to force more air over the heat pipes themselves and through the cooling fins without loss from the sides, which is going to give you much more effective cooling by directing the air where it's absolutely needed. Going down, very simple base. Nice, beautifully polished silver base with the heat pipes going through and simple mounting plate. On the top you do have dual Thermaltake logos, one on each tower. Very interesting looking cooler, slightly different design. Putting it back together is every bit as simple as it was to take it apart. To put your shroud back on, simply line it up, slide it down, and it locks into place. And your Frio OCK is completely reassembled. That obviously is going to come in very handy when you're putting it in the case. Removing this shroud is going to make it a whole lot easier to work with inside the case during installation. Also included inside the box, starting with the paperwork, We've got a very nicely detailed instruction manual in quite a few different languages, with a secondary installation manual in further languages. Illustrations nicely laid out, very simple looking install. You have a supplementary notice for LGA 1155 installation, which literally says if it's an 1155, use the 1156 instructions. Thermaltake's warranty policies, 2 years on all CPU coolers. And finally, box of accessories. Opening that up, contents laid out on the top, and everything's laid out very nicely inside. You've got your all-in-one backplate to fit either AMD or Intel, clearly marked, as well as all of your mounting hardware. AMD mounting clips, Intel mounting clips, spring loads for each side, and naturally your nuts and bolts. Thermaltake also includes a very small one-use tube of their Thermaltake thermal interface material. As I say, just a small tube, one use, maybe two. So, Thermaltake Frio OCK, dual 130mm fans, nice looking shroud, dual towers inside for the heat fins, very nice looking, very rugged looking cooler, very large, made for extreme overclocking, fan control on the outside, not PWM controlled, good looking accessories, all nicely crafted, and full documentation.